So go ahead and grab that rubber band, and I want you to stretch it. I want you to stretch it to the point that you start to feel the tension. You may see a little bit of cracks in the rubber band. And I don't know about you, but the last 15 months or so, I felt a little like this. A little stretched, probably to the point where you start to see, okay, what's gonna happen? And if you let go of that rubber band, and if you aren't cautious about it, but if you bounce it back, you'll feel it right on your hand. And so that is the essence of redefining resilience, that perhaps our priority of how quickly can I bounce back to before the change, the challenge, or the loss is at the expense of our emotional, mental, and sometimes even physical well-being.
Because I think women are the most badass entrepreneurs of them all. Obviously, we're creating businesses in greater numbers, but I gotta tell you, women are doing it all.
It's really important to take moments of your life and assess, are you loved? Are you respected? Are you valued? And are you better because of where you are? And if you are not, get out of there.
Learning from the women of leadership in this city and hearing from their words of wisdom along with Brittany's, honestly, her book is amazing, and the comments that she shared and the things that she shared with us were so inspiring that for me, it was a great way to really take in what we really want as female leaders and also network with people that we've never really met before. So great networking events, really great social events. I'm very excited to looking forward to more of these.
Don't swallow it and go home, you know? If you've encountered something that day, deal with it, or get a plan to deal with it. Don't just say, you know, I'm just not gonna go there today, because what will happen is that it will never get better. It will compound, and you'll find yourself in a position it's hard to extricate yourself from. So I would say be proactive. If something feels wrong in the workplace, if something feels wrong with a coworker, you know, air it, get it out, move on, and you're going to be better for it. Because I can't tell you how many times I've gritted my teeth and just decided to go along with the flow, and it was not the right thing to do.
Thrive Through It is meant to change millions of lives. And we aren't there quite yet, but through more moments like this, opportunities like this. And so I want to encourage you for a moment, and it was a gift, because I'm in the process of reading, I'm like, I wrote that. You wrote that. You wrote that. I don't even remember writing that. You wrote that. But I want to share with you, if you're in the midst of a transition, if you find yourself in a space where you're like, I don't really know what forward looks like. I had a hard time with that activity, Brittany. I want to encourage you to spend some time in God's Word and in my book, if I may, because I firmly believe that the journey is not linear. That map that you see that we've been journeying through, so the tour has been like a literal tour through the book, going through these 9 stops that I believe is what it looks like to journey through it, to journey through the loss, to journey through the transition, to journey through the change. And oftentimes the greatest grief that we experience is the loss of self.